Very good, very good. We're here today to talk about the credit crunch. Credit crunch is a name for recently implemented regulations on responsible lending. It means that a lender has to go through all the expenses to make sure that client serviceability is strong enough for the borrowing. Alright, so a lot of talk originated about no longer drinking coffees, no longer buying lottery tickets, no longer unsubscribe from Spotify and Netflix. And is it all really necessary? Well, the reality is, if your budget is small, what we call a little bit on the tight side, then yes, every subscription, every regular expense can actually mess up your serviceability. I have seen applications fallen over on Spotify subscription. Well, it wasn't just one thing. It's usually a combination of factors, but it tells the lender that you cannot comfortably afford to pay your mortgage. What is comfort? Of course, it's subjective. However, with the credit crunch, a simple way of putting it is your regular expenses are now considered fixed. So if you had that coffee 3 times a week, it's now considered a $15 per week expense, treated as fixed expense such as car insurance. And you no longer can say, okay, well, I will just stop drinking coffee. The lenders really want to see that change implemented. That means that when lenders review your bank statements, they go pretty much line by line and calculate your actual expenses, which more often than not come out higher than we think, right? So the solution for that is really to sit down early on in the process with your mortgage broker. When it's with me, I can offer a budget review to volunteer with CAB as a budget advisor and accumulated quite a bit of experience working with budgets. Well, anyway, so we sit down and we have a look, what do you actually spend? Can you make any changes, and are they actually necessary? Because I also have questions from my clients who have quite high incomes. Do they have to drop every coffee and every subscription? No, because you can afford it, right? But when it's really tight on servicing, then obviously every subscription, every eating out weighs heavier than when your income is high. So to prevent disappointments, talk to your advisor early on in your process and get an idea of how your budgeting would be perceived by lenders to make sure you're in a good standing.